Hello and welcome to the Geekly vlog number 2. I'm your host JT Johnson and I'm here to talk Halloween. Today it was announced that John Carpenter is returning as producer of the latest Halloween series. Now, I don't know what his capacity will be, like what input he'll actually have, but that's really exciting because he makes money off these films anyway. He doesn't actually have to be involved. They make a new film, he gets a cut of the profits anyway due to the deal he made way back when he made the first movie, or the first 3 movies. And it's got my brain going because this is a franchise that's in desperate need of a reboot. But I got to thinking about it, and I think there's one great way to reboot it, and they've already tried this once. Didn't quite work out at the time, but it needs a little bit of history. Back in 1978, John Carpenter writes and directs Halloween. It's a small independent film, but it's amazing. It does great big money. They want a sequel. So when he comes to do back the sequel, he doesn't want to direct it, so he writes it. And we get Halloween 2. It's a continuation of the night that he came home. But they seem to kill him off rather permanently at the end of that movie, or so we thought. But instead of... It's a huge hit, so obviously they want a third movie. So what do they do for the third movie? Well, they go back to John Carpenter, but he's done with Michael Myers. So he decides on this new idea, which isn't actually a bad idea, just the execution was a little off. He decides every Halloween film from here on out, every Halloween, you'll get a new Halloween film that's a different story, and this will become an anthology series. Therefore, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch was born, which is the last film that Carpenter produced. It was not a hit. People hated the fact that Michael Myers was gone, and so they brought him back in the 4th one in 1988 with Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. And he's been the monster ever since. They really ended it with H2O, with Laurie Strode chopping his head off, but that was a huge success, so we got another sequel that explained all of that away. And then after that sequel was kind of, it sucked. Rob Zombie came back later on and did 2 Halloween remakes. Now, the first one's not that bad, but it's very gory. The second one's just terrible. Some people like the Halloween remake, and I respect that, but I was not a big fan. I think Halloween works better when it's a chilling tone and not like blood and guts and gore. It's not the point of it. So I didn't really care for those films, and a lot of people didn't care for the second film. So Michael Myers has gotten kind of stale. The 4th, 5th, and 6th film weren't that great, and like I said, the remakes were what they were. I say we go back to the anthology idea. Let's make this an anthology series. I think audiences will be more receptive of that if you come to them and say, okay, we're rebooting Halloween, but it's not going to be traditional Michael Myers Halloween. It's going to be full-blown, each year you're getting a new story. And it's great. This is a great idea because Jason Blum of Blumhouse Productions, who is a micro-budgeted production company. It's a small-time horror film company. They're responsible for Insidious, The Conjuring, Sinister, The Purge. They know how to turn a profit on a very small budget. I think that's what they're trying to do with Halloween. They're trying to bring it back down to its low-budget roots and turn a quick profit. So therefore, every film can be this micro-budgeted horror story. Because Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, I actually kind of like that movie. It's a good B-80s movie. Like, it's a little bit gory, but, it is what it is. But I like the idea that, like, the next year they were going to do a ghost story. That was the plan for Halloween 4 originally, if this anthology plan worked out, but it didn't. Now, that's what I would like to see. I'm sure that this film is going to be a remake with Michael Myers and everything. Or maybe it'll somehow tie into the Rob Zombie films. I don't know. We actually don't know what this film is going to be. But I honestly think that it'll be a remake, unfortunately. But I think it would be great to just start it as a new series and go forward with an anthology series. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the new Halloween film. Either way, it's exciting news to hear John Carpenter is coming back to even be involved in any way, shape, or form, because I haven't had any exciting Halloween news in forever. And this is a series that I've loved since I was a kid, since my older brother showed it to me for the first time. Tell me what you think. If you think any differently, comment below. As always, if you want to visit my website, thegeeklyblog.com. Link will be in the description below. And if you like this video, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and have a great night.